My name is Rhapsody, trans rights and human rights, and welcome back to Hearthstone, the Dalaran Heist. We're going to be playing the Underbelly, that is to say the 4th chapter, and look at this anomaly. In heroic mode, by the way. The anomaly is also both players start the game with 2 extra cards and mana crystals. So it seems like pretty much anyone that goes for a big type of deck, or benefits from having a quite large hand, is going to be particularly good with that. So what, like Power of Summoning deck for the Mage? Let's actually have a quick look at some of the deck archetypes we have access to at this point. Ooh. I know what, I have played Druid, it was just in non-heroic. Right. I can't even take Burning Wit. 1 elemental away from being able to take that, so... yeah, combo decks are going to be really good with this because we draw 2 extra cards in our opening hand, so we can much more reliably get especially early game combos off. Let's have a look at the warrior. You've got Invigorating Brew, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2. Okay, so... well, I mean, I guess that you can use that for pinging opponents' minions as well, but it would be mostly... mostly? No, it would probably mostly be used for pinging opponent minions, but you can also use it to enrage your own. Undermine, shuffle 2 explosives into your opponent's deck. I think the explosives are just 2 mana bombs? 2 mana? 2 damage bombs? They're 2 damage bombs, right? Why do I think that? Isn't there something else in the game that, like a recent effect that shuffled in 2 mana, 2 damage bombs? Can't even recall it for the life of me. All right, armor up. Let's see what we get as tough crowds. Oh, okay, so 2 pirates? I mean, the early game pirate in N'Zoth's first mate into Bloodcell Cultist, which is pretty likely to be able to be accomplished, especially in the early game with Gorge tier, is pretty good. Rampage, not so much. Amani Berserker. I mean, we don't even have activators for Rampage, do we? Yeah, we have no way to damage our own minions outside of Improved Morale, and Improved Morale is pretty weak. What was the old one that was a 1 mana, deal 1 damage to a minion if it survives summon a 2/2 slime? I liked that one. Obviously, Enrage would be pretty good here in this deck in particular, but just not in general. It does start with a Brawl, which is nice. I also do really, really want to unlock this deck so that I can actually run Bomb Warrior for once, because I wouldn't feel good doing that on ladder. Instead, on ladder, I'm running a Mechathune Warrior because, oh, I'm just a bastion. A bastion of consistency to my ideals. Okay, so that's a rush deck. I'm into it, I'm into it. Hang on. What do you... I guess, like, Priest should have a big archetype. In fact, it definitely does. Swap a minion's attack and health. Well, we can swap ours back, I guess. Shadows. Is this big Priest? No, Death Rattle Priest. That's not big Priest either. Alright, so none of them have like a big archetype by base. Okay, so this is a combo archetype. I mean, Twilight Drake is going to be a lot better on opening hand. Shadow Bomber and Mind Blast are pushing me, and Shadow Ascendant are also pushing me to be a little more aggressive. I think it might be here, but I do want to play the warrior is the main concern that I have at this point in time. What are we, 4 minutes into the video and I still haven't chosen a character? Good old Rhapsody. That's the speed at which I do things.
The citizens of Dalaran are trying to stop us. Maybe calling our group evil was bad PR.
Yeah, just reverse it. That's some incredibly YA level wordplay there, but... was that actually in a YA novel? Like, I seem to remember a scene from a YA novel where someone meets a witch in a swamp. Ooh, that's actually pretty good so far. Someone meets a witch in a swamp, and the witch... what was it again? Someone meets a witch in a swamp, and the witch has live written in her home, but then the main character starts to find out that she's evil and then looks at Liv through the mirror and it says evil, which doesn't work because the E would be backwards, but still. I swear I seem to remember something of that coined. I'm not going to bother with Improved Morale this turn just because it gives my opponent the ability to... I should have looked at the hero power. Of course it's upgraded in heroic. Of course it is. Why would it not be? That's, that hurt. I think I'm just gonna develop...
Do all of my minions just die to your hero power?
I'll do the dinky stuff.
Stop it! All of them are...
I did not think well enough about the twists that we were going to be encountering. I'm not gonna hit my minion. Oh, that's a spicy mistake to spicily make there. I also should have checked exactly what the conditions for picking up... Hang on. Equipping weapons might be a condition, or playing pirates might be a condition, so I played the extra pirate. For unlocking the extra hero powers for characters. I tried to go back to bed after I had my shower this morning because I got maybe 4 hours of sleep. And clearly that has messed up my fringe. A lot. Robes the I mean, what? Like, that affects bash? It affects improved morale in a negative fashion for us. Small backpacks does mean our opening hand is, what, 9 cards large? That's pretty good. Restoring health to friendly characters would be a lot better if it wasn't for the fact that our characters have no HP whatsoever. Also, it would denigrate the enrage effects that we might want to be triggering. I think we just take small backpacks. Legends? Rotface with the swap is a 6-4. That's pretty garbage. Hakar with the Soul Flare is a 6-9, which is nice. And the Foe Reaper is a 9-6, which is anti-nice. That's Ekin. Molten Blade, Toxicologist. Do I want to go for weapons? I was gonna go into a pirate archetype where I offered it, but I wasn't, so I won't. Argent Commander, a 2-4 charge Divine Shield. Yeah, the twist here is awful. Awful for us right now. I think I just take the Arsenal over here. In the early game, that's going to just help me run over enemies with my weapons. Alright, I don't want to do incremental damage to Arlo. I just want to control the board, but it's hard to control the board because they have Warpath, Warpath, Cleave, Cleave. Slam? I think that might be it. For their great, like, board removal stuff. Nazot's first mate, my opening hand, is a great one.
What are you doing in my shop?
Is that supposed to be a Shrek reference there? What are you doing in my shop? Alright, so enemy's pretty likely or unlikely to kill Nazot's first mate on the first turn. Pretty likely. I'm gonna say they're gonna cleave here. Yep. It's fine though. It gives me the ability to develop another minion. Oh no! I forgot about the Happy Ghoul! Damn it. Like, I can just bash that, but then I end up with no good board state. And then my enemy has the lead on the board. So I'll attack here, summon the Blood Razor. Ryan! What the hell did you just do? It was summon the Blood Razor, then attack! 100% of the time there, Ryan. Alright, I've forgotten how to play video games, evidently, so you're gonna have to give me a moment. You can't hit my... You can't use the Fool's Bane if I summon no minions. Do I want to be ready to fling? I don't know if I want to be ready to fling. Ready to fling. You know what it is? It's Bloodsail, attack face, then Rampage mine Bloodsail. Attack it twice, I dare you. So you'll do that twice and then hit it? That makes sense. You should have probably hit it before you did the second one, because then you could have healed 5, but yeah, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. Except for the bit where I just did. I'm kind of relying on Molten Blade, the bottom card of my deck, actually being really powerful here. Because the enemy might just play spells next turn and then I'm sad.
That's a nice cleaver. Bit big for chopping meats.
I know, I don't plan to chop meats with it. I plan to chop cooking trainers. Yeah, that makes sense. You get still 4 cards in your deck. Okay, yeah, we can't go to fatigue.
I am out of cards.
Enemy can't push for lethal here. They don't have any damage push. Maybe I just develop both of my minions attack phase. Because what? I take a maximum of 4 damage here.
The couple devil sword tears and boom! Flavor!
Okay, Cleaver's still in the deck. Cleaver's still in the deck. Just believe in yourself. Cleaver's still in the deck. Cleaver's still in the deck. Cleaver's still in the deck. Develop Kings and Hero Power, just in case either of those is relevant. Trade that minion, just in case that's relevant, and then attack face, just in case that's relevant. I really should have seen what the actual unlock conditions for the extra Hero Powers were. Choose your loot. Bombs away? No. I have no way to put bombs in my enemy's deck. Why would I do that right now? Arsenal? Gorehowl with upgrade, as well as another way to upgrade it in the Bloodsail Cultist in the deck. Yeah, alright, let's lean into that. 2 Gorehowls effectively means that those Gorehowls go face. Oh. Let's crack those knuckles.
Mr. Chew!
Because this is a heavily grit-based and APM-based game, so it's really important you limber up before you start.
In my way.
You've interrupted my healing.
Draw a casual 9-card opening hand here. It's always good. Ooh, having the Molten Blade early is always really nice. Shadow Blade, neat. Can't use it. Yeah, I don't want to use it here. I guess I just... Because I have such a high density of weapons in this deck, I guess I just start attacking face. Enemy needs to control the board to do anything here, so fine, try it. Unidentified Maul is... That's actually really good. Will help us board control a lot. Alright. But it's such a waste of mana. I could go for other cards here. I suspect I do go for other cards here. Ready to fling! The flinger goes up on the ing and I go down on the ing, but I can never make it sound correct if I go down on the ing. Got him.
In the light's name, a healer's gotta have more than one trick up their sleeve.
Yeah, that makes sense, but Gorehowl upgrade is obviously the whole thing that I'm trying to go for here, but do I need to care? If only I had in Rage in my hand. Not in Rage, it's Rampage. Rampage. Similar letters. Well, no matter what I do with my weapon, unless I upgrade, the enemy kills here. So I upgrade. I upgrade, improve morale, and then remove that minion myself. Yeah, let's discover a spell. Cleave is likely to be the only important one, though. I'm also going to summon the Imani just because next turn attack face, Imani gets enraged. This is in a good position. Alright, apparently we're not allowed to do that. We're banned. That was just so that I could play another weapon, kill a bunch of minions. Just in case either of those matters. Choose a treasure. Soul Reaper Scythe. Is it just gonna be that? Are we going all in on weapons? It's dumb. It's dumb and bad, and I shouldn't be doing it, but... we don't have that many minions, and we don't have that many cheap cards. I guess we do have Murgatha early, and then we can play some other cards. No, I'm going Soul Reaper. Let's try and do this. Mercenary. Shark Fin is pretty good. Rest of it's pretty bad. Rush? This isn't a rush. This is a charge minion. What are you talking about, rush? Ziliax Beryllium Nullifier is not yet upgraded. This is a garbage deck. This is a garbage deck and it belongs on the garbage pile, but I guess we're going aggressive. I just can't win against late game bosses. But
down here in the underbelly.
it's not like that much is available to us at this point in time, frankly. It's especially bad because the enemy, by having access to 2 extra cards and 2 extra mana crystals at the start of the game, is far closer to being able to clear my board really early.
I always love meeting a new customer. Come on in.
Captain Greenskin is actually really good for this whole deck. Oh, I'm so mad. I was going to go tell a story on the N'Zoth's First Mate and then Right Hand Man so that my opening hand was always play the 3/3 that gives me a 1/3 weapon. However, I can't not take Captain Greenskin. It is the most important available card here. I suspect I remove Leroy because it's a 2/6. I didn't even think about that. Ryan, what are you doing? Take a chance? Yeah. Because we have so many cards in our opening hands that, yeah, taking a chance is oftentimes going to get us the effectiveness of that mana. Rather than that just being a card that's still in our deck that we don't really get to get any value from. Let me just quickly... And it landed well.
Mr. Chew versus K.
Oh, you're the portal smith, you know?
You are in my way.
An intruder? Time to test my latest wormholes.
I think I just go full mole. I think here in the early game, I'm effectively just looking for weapons to beat the face in with. That's actually my favorite lo-fi hip-hop channel on YouTube. Weapons to beat the face in with. It's good. Quite niche music, though. Both players summon a minion from their deck, they fight.
It's time for a little.
Fine. Okay. Well, thank you for the free minion. I'm just gonna casually continue enraging and beating the opponent's face in. If you don't have any immediate activation spells, then I don't have to care. Also, I'm not gonna let that Fell Soul hit me, obviously, here. I don't want you to heal. Starkly opposed to what I want. Well, that's annoying. You're gonna heal 4 more HP here. Alright, I'm gonna War Axe attack. Toxicologist and hit the face. Great. Because next turn is just going to be attack the face, Gorehowl. Or is it? It isn't going to be that. Not anymore. Deal 2 damage. Alright, I probably want to keep that in hand for just a bit longer. Because then next turn I just pop face, kobold, win.
It's like nothing ever happened.
Tastes like cherry.
Get him!
Time's up. Let's do this.
That's Tyler Cute Biker, by the way. The character from Gravity Falls who says that. Get him! Get him! Choose your loot. Obviously, I'd really prefer not to continue taking weapons here. Lesser Mithril Spellstone, though. Equip a weapon to upgrade. That translates my weapon deck into something good. Look, I don't know. It's just keep trying. Oh, this feels like I've drafted myself into a corner that I will never get out of. Out of which I will never get. That one was an unintuitive sentence.
You are in my way.
Customer!
In
my way.
Give me a minute.
I do like having the Molten Blade early. Neat. So next turn I'm thinking Axe Flinger, and then if it's not contested... If it's not contested, is that dumb? That's dumb. I gotta develop a weapon this turn so that I can try and deal with whatever my opponent puts on the board. Yeah. So if I just rely on them not playing a minion this turn and not dealing with an Axe Bringer so that I can get other stuff out, that's just... That's dumb. Snake Trap seems the most likely here. There's no reason to play Blood Razor right now. It's already 0 mana. So it's Blood Razor, Rampage next turn. Rampage at the very least does mean that we survive Explosive Trap. It's just if that's Freezing Trap, I'm sad. Alright, fine. Don't be Freezing Trap!
Stop! Move!
Damn it! Well, now I know I have to play against Freezing Trap in this combat.
Oh, come here, you big lug.
At least I've got Gorehowl, Captain Greenskin in him.
This one's popular. It's easy to train. I keep some common pets around too.
Of course.
Ready to flee.
Ready to fling!
Job's done.
Fine. I mean, it's poisonous to my board state already anyway, so whatever. Yeah, enemy's not going to deck out, so we do want the exotic pet dead. Especially because it does have lifesteal, doesn't it? You do.
I have an axe. Fly.
I'm happy to waste a couple of weapons here. It's a big minion. I'm sad. I think I have to go hold that. Oh well. Some go hell in that one as well. Actually, no, it's improved morale, bash. Then Captain Greenskin, face. Huh? You. Alright, give me a spell. That's a concede right there. That's also pretty concede. I don't know if I have any more taunt minions in my deck. I don't.
If only.
Alright, I'll take it, bring it on. It's the only one that even capable of doing anything here for us.
A clever concoction.
Don't you dare. I specifically play the minions first, so I'd 50-50 this. Yeah, having this anomaly and not having much late game in our deck as well. We're offered a little bit of late game, so part of it. Not good late game, though. Like Hakar and then Rotface flipped and Foe Reaper flipped. That's not good late game. That's no kind of late game to have. Like, I can keep attacking these minions, but if I do, I will lose. I will definitely lose if I do that. My only play here is try and survive while I just bash the opponent's face in with a bunch of different weapons. Bring It On can extend my life for an extra turn while I try and do that. Worst case scenario, the enemy king crushes me here, but I'm not going to play Bring It On yet. Obviously, I want to use Soul Reaper Scythe to kill an enemy, but no. I can't afford to do that right now. That said, I should play this.
Where's my...
Well, we're dead next turn, even if I bring it on, so... That's not going to do it.
Bring it on.
Way! We're under 30 minutes. I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart. This did nothing. Okay. And now, at the very least, I'll be able to... After a spell is played, a minion of the same cost is summoned. Okay, so I've seen that one before. So who has the largest spells? Druid has Nourish and Forest's Aid, but Forest's Aid fills the board itself a little bit. Mage obviously has a lot of large spells. In fact, it even has a large spell archetype.
I'm what you call a criminal element.
Priest has Mass Resurrection spells. But ideally, I want, like, spells on curve all the way through the game, right? Rogue has the, has both Sprint and the Contract, the Unidentified Contract for 6 mana. But I'd mostly be summoning 0-cost stuff with Rogue, right? I want to try Mage. And just look like for a burn deck, I suppose? Because I can play burn to my opponent's face while still summoning minions, right? like unexpected results, summons a 4 mana minion as well as 2 cost minions. Mirror Entity, Explosive, yeah, it's probably that. It's not that. So it's playing elementals and something else to unlock the hero powers. Oh god, I should really be checking this. You know what? Where's my phone? Oh, I threw it away. I do need to replace this as well. Unfortunate. He's just getting a little bit long in the tooth. It's one of those old pixels. You know, the first generation pixels.
I'm a sharp one.
That's a hand. I want to keep my burn spells, obviously, just because we're really early in the game, so I'll blow up the enemy while I do it. Alright, hang on. You, and then the Dalaran Heist unlocks? I mean, someone's probably just written something that says, oh, all of these things unlock with these things. To unlock the Dalaran Heist... No, there's rewards and unlockables. Neat.
It's getting hot in here. Job's done.
Wrong minion, but I was gonna have the Lil Abyss take out my minion anyway, so... Doesn't matter. Summon elementals and freeze minions, of course. Summon elementals and freeze minions. I would lackey into explosive runes, but I expect that will get me a 0-cost minion from my explosive runes. I'm gonna test it. Good minion. I like the whole overlap thing going on there. Cinderstorm would have to go almost all face here for me to even bother with it. And considering Edwin's on board, no thank you. I'll trade across because I'm not a huge fan of dying to Lil Eviscerate. Chugga chugga.
Twice the pain, but mostly the humiliation.
Nice. No ability to freeze minions, no ability to summon elementals. We go face. Actually, playing a spell might have summoned an elemental, right? Start of the game, 3/1/1 boom bots. Double your starting health. That'll probably just let us live until we can do all the stuff we're doing. I'm actually gonna go Potion of Vitality, and if I get another Potion of Vitality, you better guess I'm gonna go Potion of Vitality again. That's a lot of spell damage related stuff, which is good, really good for me, especially with the unexpected results already in the deck. The rest of these spells are a little bit of a problem just because they're all cheap, but also they're all secrets. Every single one of them. If I already have a Mirror Entity out, the second Mirror Entity is useless to me. If I already have an Explosive Runes out, the second one, that's right, useless to me. I think I powered it. I'm looking for Burn, not that. Ooh, Chomper is the second boss. That could be a problem. Could it? Chomper can heal up off their hero power, but I think their hero power can only hit minions. So I just summon no minions? No, but if I ever cast spells, I summon minions anyway. Alright. I throw those minions back just because those minions would get eaten by the hero power. Well, I have my first turn, so if the enemy wants to coin so that they can chomp my Saronite, they're more than welcome to. Go for the kill or the summon? 50-50. Go! Damn, I wanted to hit face. Oh no. Constantly unlucky. I can't let the game know that I got lucky, otherwise it won't let me get lucky later. We all know how RNG works, right? The game listens to your microphone and then decides exactly how it'll function based on that. It's fine. Ping across.
Hey, lights out.
Lights out. I suspect that this will result in both of the 3-1s dying here. Hold on. A 7-2 is pretty garbage. Again, I'm not considering the twist well enough. That's entirely my bad. I mean, obviously, who else's bad would it be, right? Still, my bad. I need to be considering that a little more actively. I can actually just wait for the enemy to deck out here because I've got 40 HP. I can kind of just stand and watch as the world burns. Come on, baby, light my fire. Damn. Sometimes they just won't trade there, and then it's hilarious when you just win. I'll unexpected results first, just in case I end up with a charge.
Cooking time.
Paladin's not released yet, is it? Because if there was a if I didn't have double HP, I'd be worried now. Yeah, Paladin's not... Sacrifice an extra minion, thank you. Paladin's not released yet, because if it were, the Meccano egg would be incredible. Just play a 5-mana 8/8 dragon.
Science overwhelming.
Oh. Enemy has 2 coins in hand, so they can play basically whatever they draw this turn. And I'm afraid that's all she wrote. I can't play all of these elementals this turn. So I'll hold off one more turn until I kill, so I can play... Wait, I only needed to summon 1 more elemental before I unlock the next hero power. I don't need to stall out for that. It's freezing minions I actually do need to stall out for. Popped him. Alright. 1 more battle until we actually get to decide something at a bartender. Spells costing 1 more is actually good for us. Alaneth is awful, though. Because we want the fight to go kind of long. And Sorcerer's Apprentice helps us play extra spells, but we don't have that many spells in the deck right now. Also, speaking of not having that many spells in the deck right now, Flame Cannon and 2 Flame Walkers, but Flame Cannon is really early card. It's quite good for us. I think we will end up taking that, but if we don't start finding actual burn... this isn't going to work well. So we need burn spells. I'm talking just give me a fireball. Frostbolt.
These are not for burning.
I'll take arcane missiles. I'll take all comers. What do you got? Whatever you got, I'll have it. Bad death rattle and a battle cry? Sure. Silence those all you like. I do not care. In fact, I prefer it. Maybe I want to hold off the Celestial Emissary until we have unexpected results. Okay, so it can't silence the flip effect. Got it. It's important to know.
I learned this one from an old
Woo! Get shaped on. Ping? No. I'll sack 2 damage to the base just to get a 4-2 out on the board. That makes sense. Death doesn't scare you, and that minion don't scare me. Yeah, that's not lethal. What? I hovered my ping over it. It did not show that that was going to kill the minion, which means that that wasn't... That's why I attacked face.
You never know what you will find in an old
Sorry, pinged face.
scroll.
That's awful. Oh well. Still got lethal, I can hardly complain too much. I think we just cut all of the minions that we're offered. Regardless of how good the minions are, we don't want minions in our deck. The box, I guess. Yeah, try and get high cost treasures out of that. Khadgar, your cards that summon minions summon twice as many. After a spell is played, a minion of the same cost is summoned. Does that count as my spell summoning a minion? If so, does Khadgar trigger? It doesn't matter if it does, because I'm taking burn, but I'd like to know.
Have a drink. It's on me. I mean, physically, that's where it is.
I don't understand that line. Frozen Hosen?
Rakanishu, the scamp from the lab. You always brighten my day.
Tall Tales, boss minions. Enemy minions are pretty garbage here. I don't really want to add more minions to my deck.
Let's be bad guys.
I kind of want to get rid of the Azurite Elemental just because it's a 7-2 rather than a 2-7. How many enemy minions are taunts?
Let's be
Not that many.
bad guys.
You fanny? Not that many. You fanny? Alright. Dismiss. Good food.
That's a lot of food. You must be hungry.
Starved. I might be done. I don't want more minions in the deck. I guess I can just like Tall Tales one of my minions, but these are the only early game minions I really have. So Tall Tailing them means that I have a, you know, 4 mana. I guess their stats do flip. Celestial I do want to be as cheap as possible because it's played in common, tandem with other cards. Saronite is, like, Saronite has no bad. It gives the enemy a 0-3 taunt, flops, and enemy
Take your
loses
time.
it.
Enjoy the atmosphere.
But it is basically our only 1-drop in the game. 3 mana, 7/6. I could see that shutting out games. Alright, fine, I'll Tall Tales.
Some of these tales are so crazy, they're true.
Sharky McFinn. This McShark feeds on the McWeak. And they say that World of Warcraft characters don't have well name. Immediately shot myself in the foot there. That's what I get for making fun of someone else's usage of language. Immediately, they don't have well name. They aren't named well. Is obviously what I was trying to go for, but no. I swung my pistol down, took aim at my own toes, and cocked the trigger. Do you cock a trigger? You cock... No, wait, you cock the... The hammer? You cock the hammer and pull the trigger? I'm not familiar with guns. I'm familiar with Gungeon. That's about it. I kind of do just want to get Mirror Entity out here. Destroy a random damaged enemy minion. Yeah. Hey, we didn't get 2-0 that immediately dies. That's a waste, because you're going to hear about it next turn, aren't you? Almost certain that's what you're about to do.
Science overload.
Guess you could trade with that. This is the first time I've ever fought this enemy, by the way, so... Makes sense that I know a little less about them than I'd like. For instance, they have a swipe in their deck. Good to know. Branching paths. I'm setting myself up so that I can wait until the enemy has a large board and then just flame strike across. Can you stop buffing all your minions, please? It's actually rude.
I'll put it on your tab.
I have enough HP. I can wait another turn. Your next spell this turn has spell damage +2. But this doesn't affect until... How does Celestial Emissary affect Explosive Runes? Because Explosive Runes is affected by whatever spell damage you have on board at the time? But this is only an instantaneous effect. I don't know if that's even going to work. Can I stop getting these 0 attack minions? Oh, God. Fine, I'll give you another turn of hitting me in the face. This is why I have all of this HP, right? So that I can deal with this. Plus, if they do another board buff, I can still just... Ooh! Thank you muchly. Probably draw a card. Yeah. No? Why are you not using your hero power? A random damaged enemy minion. That seems like it would have been far more useful just a wee bit earlier though. I can't leave a Vexcra on the field. The possibility the enemy just plays one minion is too much. Okay.
Perish.
I'm gonna trade across just because I don't want this minion to be left on 1 HP and then still have to trade across. Oh, actually no, hang on. We Twilight and then Cinderstorm. Obviously here. Good. That'll get it done. Boom. Again, was terrified about that fight, but it worked out in the end. Please, spells. Game, spells. Give me spells, please. Game. Would you consider giving me spells? Thank you. Muchly appreciated.
That pogo hopper's on a rampage. Stop it. Oh, but take pictures. I love a good rampage.
I am so ready for the pogo buff.
Rock an issue versus Pogo.
I've said it before in the series. I really do think pogo is gonna get wild.
Give up your treasures.
Two treasures. Sorry, I got interrupted by Rakanishi there. I've only 2 spells in the deck. Spells, secrets. I'll hold off. No take candle.
Bounce. Mission start.
Please summon it again. Don't bounce it. Ugh. All right, then I'm just gonna casually remove that minion. You better have more pogos in that deck. What, you got 18 cards left and you haven't found it? Oh, it's a shame, bud. That's real unfortunate for you.
Returning to deck.
All right. Turns out I was the one that was getting punked all along. Not that effective.
It only costs.
Pogo actuators actuating.
Right. Flame Walker Cinderstorm attack dice. Yeah, minion's already dead. Get him. Ooh, Morose. Neat. So Morose is going to be, at the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Steered and her stealth.
The sun has set for
That's evasion, right? So I attack with my biggest minion for... Second Fan of Knives in hand, of course. Both pogos and second Fan of Knives. Just say, I'm not keeping track or anything like that. I clearly am, but I'm not. But I am, though.
Try it.
Yeah, figured.
Can I light your fire?
That'll do for the moment. That's another evasion, but if I kill in a single hit, it don't matter. Good thing we have so much HP. I could have just waited until I got Pyroblast here if I needed to. Thankfully, we don't need to.
Try it.
That's our 5th, so we're about to get our 2nd par. I'd like Khadgar's Scrying Orb, but I don't think that still exists in the game. And Crystal Gem. It has to be Crystal Gem, right? There's neither of the others here benefit me at all. Go big. After a spell is played. Okay, so Dragon's Fury is not going to kill the minion that is summoned by anomaly summons. It's good information to have. So, whenever triggers before, after, well, you can assume that one, right? Top up this water that's already completely topped up. Beautiful.
Rock an
I'll remove all of
The
those.
scamp from the lamp. You always brighten my day.
Minions shuffled into my deck aren't going to benefit from Saronite, by the way. Kindle. Look at 4 spells from your deck and remove. I still want fewer minions in my deck. Like, all of these? I don't want as much as I just want spells. To that point, I probably don't even play Kindle. Bad spells in my deck are still spells. They still summon minions. And do whatever their initial effect was. I think it's, y'all fired, take a chance, and then nothing.
Take your time. Enjoy the atmosphere. Calm it down. No reason to get rowdy.
I'm so glad that didn't hit a spell. Those are pretty good minions, though. Like, just because this transforms into a random minion, don't care, right? It does maintain its buffs, though, doesn't it? Grifter, again, don't really care about that, but sure, a 4 mana 5/6 that gives you a card, fine. Vexcrow makes a lot of sense, right? Summons minions off of our spells. We play a lot of spells intentionally. Trying to summon minions seems to fit. And 3 mana 5/4. I mean, this kind of makes up a little bit for the weakness that I perceive in our spells currently until late game. Our spells are pretty weak. Fine. It's also worth noting that those Flame Wakers still probably weren't that good in the deck, right? 4/2s. They did some effect, but only when I already controlled the board pretty hard, and my control of the board is dictated upon whether or not I can get to my spells pretty quickly.
Order up.
Worst case scenario, like, I play that Kindle and it shows me Pyroblast, Meteor Strike, Kabbalist's Tome, and something else high cost. And Flame Strike, right? And then I am just real sad. Summon 2/2 Treants with Taunt. No one saw that. And I'm definitely not cleaning up spilt water. Thank heck I'm only drinking water.
Give up your treasures!
I guess we will have to do it ourselves.
Fine. Do need minions early. I don't have that many impactful early spells. Enemy is locked out of their hero power by 1 mana? What happened there? What? What effect is doing that to you? I mean, like, sweet, but also, what?
This be our neck of the woods.
I'm gonna trade to kill the Acorn Bearer.
With deep roots, we will stand firm.
Sure. Ballast is gonna be fun next turn. Great. And I could ping for a draw, but obviously it's Kabbalists. Ooh. No, it's not. It's Mirror Entity ping. Should have been the ping first, actually, right? Yeah, should have been the ping first, just in case it changed my place. It's more important I keep the Vexcrow alive, so I'll trade my minion across there. It's fine, I can just Dragon's Fury if I want to. I can leave the opponent locked out of some of their mana here if I really want to, though. That's fine, too.
Let's be bad guys.
They probably summon Mulch Munchers eventually, so I want to hold on to that Meteor. I probably do want to hold on to Dragon's Fury as well. That's going to be a lot better later. I suspect actually what I do here is just Cabalist's go face. Pyros is a pretty good pick up there. Power of Creation is incredible. That's exactly the kind of spell I've been looking to put in this deck. I just haven't found them. Also, really, Gloomstag? Really? The Gloomstag, though? Really, though? The Gloomstag. Just checking. If that's really, though. I suspect the enemy is going to try and clear my board if I go face. Have you got any great trades? You don't even have any great trades that I need to do. Yeah, I just go face. Fireball, obviously. Definitely did that in the wrong order. I didn't even consider the fact that I might have wanted to play the Flame Walker there. Flame Waker. Flame Waker. That's one of the ones I've always said by the wrong name. It's just Power of Creation pass. Sure.
Where's my
Hit the light.
My old house's dog whenever I go back. Where's my pet? Immediately gets it there after mine, of course. It's a good dog, deserves good pets. I may just meteor these. Super Simian Sphere is a great pickup here. Summon King Booklet, give it immune, cannot be targeted by spells or hero powers. Yeah. And I also get a 5-drop minion. And now that I have full board control, it's time for the face. Can you stop doing that? Alright then. Yes. Alright then.
Critic. Put it on paper. Put it on paper.
raptors?
You do it like this, right? Clear the board, my minion stays, and get a bunch of spells. Bad time to Pyroblast. Just gonna lesser. Play draws 2 cards. Garbage for me at this point. Alright.
You will not get through us.
I think I should have pinged one of my own minions and played Pyros there. That was obviously correct.
My treants grow.
Board damage is currently 11. Nah. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go for the meteor. I can overdraw my enemy by 2 cards here. Not that that really seems at all important to do, but yeah, I can do it. What'd you burn? Ooh, Volcanic Lumberer. That's a pretty good loss. Hey. And Tending Tauren. Those are pretty powerful cards in that deck. Speaking of. Good board state. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it.
More will come.
I've no doubt. Although I suspect if you really want to play one, you're probably going to have to die.
My protectors brought some friends.
Small minion! Thank you! And let's just Pirate Blast for the win there. Robe of the Magi would have been a really good pickup for this deck. Now that we actually have spells. Speaking of spells. We probably actually just go Meteorologist over here. Archie the Brilliant. Okay, so we have to... What? What does this deck want to do against Archie? Just hold all of my damage spells. I don't cast them to space. To face. I don't cast them to face ever. Just because the enemy has really large minions after a couple turns. Definitely don't want my enemy minions to overdraw at all either. Explosive Runes is going to be really powerful for us. Dragon's Fury not so much. Unexpected Results, I mean... We'll see. Hopefully we get Cosmic Anomaly for 0 mana, so the Unexpected Results is ridiculous. Now who's the boss?
Let your strength shine in the light. You gonna sleep with the fishes.
Goblin Bomb. Wow. Ah! Good minion at least.
Such a magnificent incandescence.
Hear my call.
Get him. There's one gone. Something's happening in my settings that is causing this all to go weird. I flop it down to medium. No, the frame rate just looks weird. I don't know what's going on here. Enemy doesn't really have like immediate responses. They have a Consecration in that deck, but they're not going to kill this with a Consecration. That just sets me up for a pretty good unexpected results next time.
Let me light the way.
It's a pretty bad build though. Do I need to kill that this turn?
I am patient.
Enemy is gonna consecrate probably if I play the unexpected. Wow, there's 23 cards still left in the deck. Yeah, fine.
Total corruption, total power.
Spell damage is pretty good.
The glory.
You're not gonna trade. Yeah. Shocks, they traded. This is the Cosmic Anomaly that still costs.
Try one.
Alright, I'm happy to do this just so that I can develop the Dynamo. Meteor. Enemy minions are large. Meteor is really good. Fine. Get Meteor. Spiteful Summoner. Reveal a minion from your deck, summon a random minion with the same cost. Can't turn that down. 2 Pyroblast in there. Is that my cheapest spell in the entire deck? I'm pretty sure that's the cheapest spell in my entire deck.
The light will guide us. Let the pain speak to me.
Loa, hear my call.
You gonna sleep with the fishy.
Gosh.
I see you.
Alright. Let's just remove those. Sure, you get an extra card. And I get a 6-drop.
The sleeper has awoken.
I was kind of expecting my 6-drop to be garbage. That's fine. It's the 6-7. So the Boulder Fist Ogre stats. Passes the vanilla test. Although the vanilla test is an incredibly outdated way to refer to how cards should be evaluated. Or rather, evaluated. Cosmic Anomaly, Flame Juggler, Cinderstorm? We'll do the Cinderstorm first, though. Works. Hold Flame Juggler, I suspect, here now. No. Yes. Yes, because of Consecration. Volunteer is quite powerful. Unfortunately, we don't have a polymorph or a transform effect at all in this deck.
Safety restrictions offline. Harvesting servos engaged.
Flame Cannon's great here. Flame Cannon! I only needed one of those to hit the Foe Reaver.
It's getting hot in here.
Hey, there we go. So that I can trade off my minions that are most vulnerable to Consecration. For the light. Alright. There you go again.
Put your faith in the light.
That's a little bit of a problem for us. Enemy is starting to run out of HP, so they're having difficulty using their minions to control this board state. 9. How do I deal 9? Oh, I have a pretty good way to do it. And I get to draw a card. It's really important I try and capitalize upon drawing cards right now. So we're going to lose the Pyromaniac here. Almost certainly. Too many minions on board to have the Kobold Geomancer out there. Consecration's way too good. So Sergeant Sally, I guess. Sergeant Sally, it's important to note, only damages enemy minions, so... Thank you.
Don't crack me up.
Should have killed that first.
Toasty.
I don't know what I did there. I don't know what I was doing, I mean there.
Cooking time.
Box is pretty good pickup. I mean, the enemy is probably going to still have to kill with the same that they were previously going to be using. Can't attack while damaged. Sure, Spellbender. Garbage. All right, the box, save me. Get me a Dreamgrove ring. Elder Tagawag. Deal 4 damage to all enemy minions. Death Rattle. Shuffle this into the deck. Yeah. Thanks. Ooh, Meteorologist first. Meteorologist is only going to get worse if I don't.
Behold the cosmic
Tagawag him. That's what I was worried about. Meteorologist did not hit the Aldor Peacekeeper at all. Kind of exclusively hit minions I don't give a dang about. Edric. It's not like my board state was supremely usable anyhow. Duplicate and splitting image would result in me having so many Tagawags. But the problem is I'm going to summon other minions while I do that. Nice shot.
Such a beautiful design.
Something needs tinkering?
Still, please, kill Tagawag first, for some reason. I don't know what reason you'd have to do it, but give it a go. Thank you.
I'll take that.
Ugh. Borax needs to be killed.
Something needs tinkering?
Tinkertown, alright, fine. I have no mechs out on board and I have no way to generate mechs, is my understanding in the stack right now, right? Yeah, nothing doing. Alright, so the Tinkertowns are gonna be useless. Alright, so let me just, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing this turn. I'm just gonna think. What should you do this turn? So I feel like I'm probably gonna want to kill that Borax. So the Spellward Trader is like, oh, the enemy died. Wild. I need T rather than like a large loss.
Genius!
I'm just gonna do that. Burn. It's a little bit more low end. Fireball, Blizzard. Blizzard is pretty good though. I'm taking burn. Boommaster Flock. Alright, so I need to put minions between the wires. Unfortunately, minions that are summoned from arcane summons are going to go outside of the wires, which means that I'm going to be taking damage every turn. That said, I kind of can't afford to do so.
Give up your treasures.
Vexcrow is going to be really important. Playing Vexcrow in between the wires and just holding. Do that. Right. So, in case you're unfamiliar, the unique effect of this combat are these two wires. While the wires are touching, take 5 damage at the start of your turn. Thankfully, I have 110 HP, so a little less concerned.
Make 'em touch!
Yeah, also.
That's gotta hurt.
Both of those trigger. Then I summon my minion. Oh, it's a 1-1 for 3. Ugh. What happened to us? We used to be about the explosions. Can you... Not keen on Knuckles hitting me here is the thing.
Let me light the way.
Well, at least it gave me the Paragon of Light. Could have been worse. Now it's worse.
Come close and listen.
Now it's definitely worse. Yikes.
No, no, no! It's the blue wire. Why steal the city when you can just blow it up instead?
That's... Wait, what? I'm saving the city, frankly, right now.
Me smash you.
That's fine. Either or works there. This is probably a good summon. The rest of it's been garbage. That was good, though. For me? I think that was good for me.
Did you cut the red one? You have one more chance. Help me blow this rock to bits. You are not cleaning that off, trust me.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. You could have just traded a 1-1 against that. I don't know why you're doing all this. You're overcomplicating it. You're overhandling. This is overhandling if I've ever seen it. Definitely. Don't you dare draw flame cannon. That'll do. Thanks? Alright. Thanks, bud. Whee! Now who's power incarnate? Can you hit it? No. What did you... 9 lives. Discover a friendly death rattle minion that died this game. Also trigger its death rattle. Your first turn was playing a web spinner and a spider's magnetic spider bot, whatever it's called. This has death rattle, add a random beast card to your hand. It's fine. The other one is death rattle, destroy a random enemy minion. What the hell? Thank you for the free W, I guess. And now they're no longer connected. That hurts though.
I comply.
Yeah, that'll do. And then it's FaceTime.
That minion, it's gonna explode.
I think I just go face again. Oh no, Pyromaniac draws a card here with the trade. Don't want to give my enemy any cards at all, so I will never be playing Grifter here. Because I might just happen to give them the exact right card.
Patented Boommaster dust.
I'm so glad you can't do that to Tarantus. That's a WP right there.
Now you want to talk.
Good thing I had Potion of Vitality. I'd be dead right now without it. That's our chapter 4 win with a big mage deck using anomaly summons. We also unlock Burning Wit. I suspect we don't unlock Cold Snap, but we do unlock a random mage deck. That could be good. For the moment though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone, the Dalaran Heist. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.